hey, it's Monday and not Friday and it's my face and not Mari's and everything is all topsy-turvy. As of this week, we are changing our rotation because I am the absolute worst and like to make things difficult for everybody. So last week, the other ladies talked about the pop culture that they tortured their parents with and I didn't make a video, so now I'm gonna wrap that topic up today. I found it really interesting to listen to you guys talk about all the stuff that your parents wouldn't let you do. This is by no means news to me, but stuff like this always reminds me that I grew up in the most permissive house of ever. I'm in the middle of 5 kids and we are a handful. I was watching like R-rated horror movies when I was in elementary school because my parents just gave no fucks about that kind of thing. And I mean, part of it is obviously that they had to spend a lot of time watching the stuff that we were watching, and now that we're having this conversation, I'm realizing that this was like a wisely self-preserving move on their part. That said, all of us as kids had our on-repeat movies that I'm sure my parents would have liked to have been spared. My little brother was all about car movies, The Love Bug, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the latter of which I was also a pretty big proponent of. Still am, quite frankly. And my parents actually loved that movie. They used to quote it all the time as sort of a joking nod to their own parenting style and, you know, letting us miss school for family trips to Six Flags.
Daddy, we didn't go to school today.
Oh-ho. Well, it'll give the other children a chance to catch up, won't it? Run along, children.
All of this gives me this weird sense that my parents super totally loved all of the stuff that we loved, but like obviously this is not true. My little brother's jam was car movies, but I was all about cartoon bears and dogs. Specifically, Care Bears, Gummy Bears, Pound Puppies, All Dogs Go to Heaven. These were all things that I made my parents watch like 400 million times as a small person. In fact, if I had to choose a single piece of pop culture that was most headache-inducing for my parents, and this is across the 5 kids, all the things that we all made them watch, I would probably choose my watching of All Dogs Go to Heaven. One time when my mom was like 8 months pregnant with my little brother, my older brother and my dad were gone at his like basketball practice or whatever, and my mom fell asleep on the couch while I was watching All Dogs Go to Heaven. And at some point I decided that I really wanted to look like Anne-Marie, the main person in that movie. So I marched my little self into the kitchen and just did the scissors in the back of my head, just chopping everything off. My poor, very pregnant mother freaked out and started yelling and crying, and then I of course started crying, and she called her parents, and there's the picture of me on the phone with my grandpa telling him what happened, and I'm clearly still sobbing and sort of confused because I'm a small child and I don't really know what's going on, and it's one of my favorite pictures ever. We have All Dogs Go to Heaven to thank for that beautiful Kodak moment. Obviously I'm talking about things from when I was very, very small, and I feel like the little kid stuff is generally the worst of it because, as the others mentioned, that stuff just sucks to watch when you're not a small person. Also, like me chopping my hair off, so that sucked too. As you get older, the stuff that you're into starts to acquire cool things like plots and stuff. I do remember my dad having to take us all to the Power Rangers movie, which I'm certain he was not a fan of. There is one thing that sticks out from the time frame when my brothers and I were definitely old enough to be accountable for our tastes. The soundtrack to the Mortal Kombat movie. It is the same fucking shit over and over again, but like with different characters mixed in with the shitty dance beat. There was a good few months there when we adamantly insisted on that being the only CD that was allowed in my mom's car. She took it like a total champion too. I think my parents must love us or something stupid like that. Since Monday is actually supposed to be the beginning of a new topic, I am now going to segue magic from all of that nostalgia into a little bit of a discussion about the fact that SnarkSquad.com is gonna hit its 1,000th post this week. 1,000! It's nuts. We've had a lot of highs and lows with this blog. It's kind of like our baby. Sometimes it's, you know, the hair chopping toddler that's making a goddamn mess in the comments. But most of the time I find it this really amazing space that has allowed me to meet some of my favorite people and is usually something that I'm genuinely super proud of. I love this blog with all my heart, and these are just sort of my tacked on thoughts. I'm really looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this big momentous occasion in your videos this week. Happy 1,000 posts, guys!